up, guys? Crypto Ether here, back at it again with another Bitcoin video. So we have a lot to talk about, guys. Bitcoin, as you can see, is breaking out. We're going to jump into some technical analysis, but more importantly, we're going to see why Bitcoin is pumping, right? But before we jump into any of that stuff, please do smash that like button and then also subscribe to the channel, as not only do I cover Bitcoin, guys, but we cover all cryptocurrency breaking news, right? So let's just jump right into it. Bitcoin approaches 55K as IBIT tops 1 billion in trades. So we're going to go through this article, and then a little bit later we'll get into that technical analysis and also some price predictions, right? But let's jump into this article and see what's driving Bitcoin price up. We're almost at 55,000, guys. Let's go. Equities were mixed towards the end of Monday's session, while cryptocurrencies continued their rally. Bitcoin surged as much as 6.8% Monday to hit 54,446. So it's even higher than that now, guys. A high not seen since November of 2021, and investment products continued to rake in the cash. Ether was also on the rise, surpassing 3,180 and extending its rally from earlier this week. Equities were mixed towards the end of Monday's session. The S&P 500 lost around 0.2%, while the Nasdaq Composite was flat, gaining a modest 0.03%. Right, so crypto's doing really well, guys. These price moves come as investor. I'm sorry. These price moves come as investors continue to fund Bitcoin and Ether investment vehicles. Digital asset investments products clocked 598 million in inflows last week, extending a 4-week streak of positive inflows according to data from CoinShares. Bitcoin products were the winner, raking in 569.5 million. Ether came in second, posting 16.8 million. Bitcoin investment products year to date inflows now total 5.6 billion, although recent price rises have prompted minor inflows into short Bitcoin positions, which total 3.9 million. CoinShares head of research James Butterfield said. Monday also saw the iShares Bitcoin Trust, one of the newly launched Bitcoin spot ETFs that hit the market last month, top 1 billion in value traded. And that's the key thing I wanted to talk about here, guys, is I really think these ETFs are starting to have effect on the market, and they will continue to. And honestly, I think the next move is probably Ethereum. I think Ethereum ETFs come out, and who knows what that does to Ethereum, guys, because people kind of know what to expect as far as like what price jumps and then also retracements. I think this time it may be a little less volatile on the downside, guys, but hey, who really knows, right? But that should be huge as well. The price moves comes forward as federal disclosures released Monday show Representative Shiri Thendidar, I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name, sold between 365,000 and 800,000 of Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin on February 5th, 2024. Analysts say optimism about an Ether spot ETF, which may be approved as soon as this May, could be fueling the cryptocurrency's rally. Coinbase last week shared a letter exchange sent to the Securities and Exchange Commission in support of Grayscale and its bid to convert the Grayscale Ethereum Trust into an ETF. Coinbase's team focused on the notion that Ethereum is not a security, an assertion that securities regulators have historically made. Senior officials of the commission have publicly said that on several occasions over the past 6 years, and neither the commission nor its staff has disavowed this position, even after the merge, Coinbase wrote in a letter. So, again, guys, these ETFs are beginning to have effect. I told you when these drop, like, it wasn't going to be immediate. We're going to see some pullback because it's always going to be buy the rumor and sell the news, no matter which news it is, right? But eventually, you have to look at the narrative and what that actually meant, and that's going to continue on forever. I mean, you know, these big financial institutions, these asset managers, it's just a race to buy the most Bitcoin for the cheapest price possible, guys. So everybody's just off to the races trying to buy up as much Bitcoin as humanly possible, because I mean, at the end of the day, it is finite, right, guys? Like, and after this halving, pretty much 95% of Bitcoin will be mined, right? So like the majority of it's already out there, and it's just supply and demand, guys, when you're thinking about Bitcoin. And then you kind of just base the rest of the market off of that, right? Because Bitcoin still has huge market dominance over everything. As you can see here, when Bitcoin does good, it's pretty much a green day across the board. So let's go ahead and jump into this chart, and then we can do a little bit of TA and some price predictions like I told you guys we were going to. So let me refresh this real quick and see where we're sitting at. Again, at 54539. So not too bad, guys. Still looking extremely bullish right now. Are we on our way to 60K? I would say so. And this is crazy because honestly, I didn't really see us taking off like this until after halving. Usually these parabolic price increases happen 4 or 5 months after halving, like given history. So it's pretty crazy to see Bitcoin already rallying to 54,000, 55,000 prior to halving, guys. That's crazy. Halving's happening next month, right? Pretty much, because we're at the end of February. It happens in April. And maybe it's just people in preparation for that. I think people are trying to snag up as much Bitcoin as humanly possible, especially with these crazy asset managers out here like Michael Saylor trying to buy up all the Bitcoin, guys. Like, you want to get your hands on some before they get their hands on some, essentially, because guess what happens? They're going to end up selling it to you for more expensive than you could have bought it for, right? I mean, but that's, who knows, guys? Nobody can really guess these things. All I know is that, dollar cost averaging Bitcoin seems to have been the best strategy overall, I would say, because it spent so much time below all-time highs, guys. Like, we've been in a bear market for so long. So if you were just dollar cost averaging, the chances are that you're up at this point, right? Because we spent so much time in this red area versus the green areas, right? Like, the bull market didn't seem to last as long as the bear one did. Which seems to be the case here, and really works out for dollar cost averaging again, like, because you have more time to buy in the red than you do in the green. So it's just kind of like your average is going to be lower than it is in the green because you bought more in the red, right? But anywho, guys, where do I see Bitcoin going in the next month before halving? I say it touches 60K. That's kind of been my take on things, the way the market looks right now. I think we touch a 60K before halving, then maybe we see some pullback, and then give it like 4 or 5 months, and then we're off to the freaking races, guys. I'm looking at like the 120K mark, 150K mark. This next bull run's gonna be crazy. So just, try to prepare as best as you can. And as always, just do as much research as possible, because all of this stuff is about educating yourselves, guys. You just have to stay tuned with what's going on, right? That's what this channel's for. It's here to help out with that. So with that, do make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If I gave you any value today, please do smash that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate you guys. It's Crypto Ether. Have a great week out there. I'll catch you on tomorrow's video.